I did my presentation in adolescents and their cell phones. Technology throughout time has developed in many ways. For example, the technology cell phones has to offer. 10 years ago, cell phones were not very popular as they are now among teenagers. Nowadays, almost the majority of teenagers own a cell phone and/or other forms of technology to communicate. To stay connected through their cell phones throughout the day is extremely necessary for a teenager. The amount of time teenagers spend more interacting with their phones through social media, texting, and surfing the internet rather than actually using the cell phone to talk. During my community project and taking the time to spend with a teenager that owns a cell phone made me realize how much as an importance has it become for them to constantly be on their cell phones. Through my teenager, I saw how an interaction between two people very easily turns out into the interaction between the person and their cell phone. Every time we would be spending time, he would have the need to Snapchat his friends, the activities he was doing, or the food he was having. One day I came to me and I asked him why all of these text messages had to constantly be answered and all these Snapchats had to constantly be taken care of. And he simply said that it was because he didn't want his friends to think that he was mad at them or that he had stopped talking to them for some reason. He didn't want them to start thinking any other forms that maybe he's not texting me back because he's mad, or maybe I did something to him. So he had to reply right away. But then I thought about it and also saw that when being so concentrated and having to constantly be on their cell phones, they miss out on everything that is happening around you. Some ways to help this situation is by one of many ways is helping a teenager as a parent, sibling, and even friend to help the teenager explore different ways of spending their time and not constantly being on their cell phone in more productive ways. Other ways would be to encourage teenagers to do activities that do not involve technology. For example, board games with the family, having conversations with siblings, outdoor activities, anything that would keep them busy and entertained without technology and having to constantly be on their cell phones and constantly having to have the need to reply to their friends or constantly having to show their friends what they're up to, just in for them to be aware that their cell phones and technology is not everything and there is other ways to spend your time. And that is about it for my presentation. Thank you.